And thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shelbey Roberts.
So try to look at the camera and not the
Look
ball.
away. Oh,
You got it.
Oh, look at that.
Now.
Hundreds of people in Peoria are getting in some exercise before they were heading to the Thanksgiving dinner table tonight. What is the projected timeline for getting the general population vaccinated? It was a very busy Saturday as two different groups in central Illinois gathered to fight for racial equality in the midst of nationwide frustration.
Complete this song lyric from Pocahontas. Can you paint with all the colors of the
Wind.
Yes.
Can you paint with all the
This is a sweet.
More details are coming in about an explosion that took place at Bloomington Normal's Water Reclamation District. There was no shortage of fashion statements on Inauguration Day, but one actually came from a really unlikely source. Vermont Senator, the one and only Bernie Sanders. A popular local restaurant closing its doors temporarily after one of its cooks tested positive for COVID-19. The Bloomington City Council elections are shaping up to be a battle this coming spring. 5 community members are gunning for Ward 7. Well, Peoria County is preparing for an influx of deaths as the county's mobile morgue is now in use. Now, if you love bling, and you know I do, you'll have to pay up really big for this mask. Check it out. This 18-karat white gold mask. Kim Peterson said she's a lasagna mama. I love that. And she cooks lasagna meals with her daughter, Sadie, for local families. Peoria Public School administrators have decided to revisit the return to school plan as coronavirus concerns continue. The impact of yesterday's deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol by a mob of President Trump supporters, it's now still being felt. Now, we're here in Fairview, about 13 miles east of where that active shooter situation took place because it was too dangerous, so we had to move over here. Just moments ago, we witnessed this daring rescue from about 200 feet above ground. I want to take you to the scene here. What we do know is I counted about 15 markers that were placed on the ground for gunshots. We are already seeing the buses begin to file up to pick up those Peoria Public Schools students as they return to classes today. The time is 6:55. For the first time ever, the Special Olympics of Illinois Polar Plunge is being held completely virtual. They were calling for justice. This falls on the heels of the death of George Floyd. You might be familiar. That was the black man that was killed in Minneapolis. That's why these protests are stirring up at this time across the country and here in central Illinois. We want to set the stage for you as to some chronological events that took place in this night of unrest. JD, we have been following the destruction that took place there. What's the latest that you can tell us from now that we've got daylight hours? Now to Nick Molinari, you're live at Target in Normal this morning. Walk us through what's been happening in the Twin Cities. There does seem to be a crash that's taken place, at least between two vehicles. Our crews on scene tell us that Bartonville PD as well as Bartonville Fire have been on scene.